see him. Tom, not much longer.
Of whitening product.
I gather you couldn't reach Faith?
She still doesn't answer at home. She's not at the hospital. You suppose she could be somewhere with Tom?
Seems like the obvious explanation. I'm sure you'll hear from her sometime soon. But aren't you allowed?
No, I better not. I'm thinking of fitting into my old tuxedo. It's gonna be quite some party Mrs. Woodard's throwing, huh?
Yeah. You know, she'd like you to call her Ray. But you're right. It's going to be a big night tomorrow night. I think after it's over, you'll have a better idea of why I'm so reluctant to pass up the opportunity Ray is offering me. And if I don't pass it up, what the problems would be with Jill.
I didn't say it would be easy.
Well, there are 6 months left to the primary. Every other day, there are going to be something like this dinner party is going to pop up, just right out of the blue. And when Ray announces that she has half a dozen key people expecting to meet me and to sign their checks and make them out to Ryan for senator, well, I damn well better meet them, right? But just suppose I had a date tomorrow night with Jill. I'd have to cancel it. She'd be hurt, she'd be angry, hanging up on me, slamming the door in my face.
She would, huh?
Well, look what happened when I missed Edmund's birthday party to have dinner with the chairman of the National Committee.
Now, Frank, as I understand it, Jill was angry because you promised you'd be here and there, and then you blew it.
Well, I'm wondering if she would have seen it any better if I had called earlier.
Of course she would have. She's no stranger to political campaigning. She lived through all that craziness the first time you ran for city council.
Yeah, but that was before Edmund.
Before Ray Woodard.
And Seneca. Hell, it was when we were absolutely certain about each other.
Well, you'd have to build up again that trust.
Well, how could I do that surrounded by a Senate campaign? Because I would be surrounded by it, Doc. Ray would make sure of that. I would want her to. And as long as I've got this chance, I want to grab it, I want to run with it, and I'm going to win.
It's a giant step to Senate, Frank.
Yeah. It brings to mind the Yeats poem, A Fascination of What's Difficult.
Look, you don't have to explain it to me. I'm the one who taught you to always run that extra mile.
That's true, that's true. But this feels more like 50. Keeping up with the city council, trying to get to know my new son, staying in touch with my first son, working on the campaign with Ray, and trying to get closer to Jill. I don't know. Am I talking about what's impossible or what's difficult?
You mean with Jill?
Maybe I can have it all?
Maybe.
I won't know until I try. Yeah, but every time we're together, we square off. We circle each other.
See who's gonna throw the first punch,
Yeah,
huh?
we're both so scared. Our guard is always up. And she's more open with you and Ma than she is with me.
Just like you sitting there telling me things you won't tell Jill.
I get the message, okay. But if you don't hear from me by tomorrow night, send a rescue squad, okay?
Where am I gonna send it?
Try Jill's office first. Bye.
Yes?
I'm sorry it took so long.
How is he?
In my conservative opinion, excellent. In my real opinion, perfect.
Oh, you're wonderful.
Yes, I am. And I'm also about ready to collapse, so don't lean on me too hard.
Tell me everything, start to finish. Is he in recovery? And can he sit up freely and move? No pain?
May I sit down?
Yes, of course. You can lie down.
This will do nicely.
So, you took off the top of the vertebra, and what did you find?
Now, surely you don't want a blow-by-blow report of the last 6 hours, do you?
Uh-huh. Summarize.
Well, we did find a hematomegalia, which meant a laminectomy was certainly in order.
Wait a minute. In words that I can comprehend.
Okay. There was a blood clot pressing up against the spine. I took care of that and the source of the bleeding without any further damage, which was very tricky. I also found a few fragments near the spine. They hadn't quite touched it yet. I got those too. So, I cleaned them up, put everything back where it belonged, and voila. Seneca is as good as new, at least as far as the spine and vertebrae are concerned.
Well, sounds like you did a brilliant job.
Yes, I did. I'm terribly proud of myself.
Oh, I'm proud of you, too. And I'm really grateful. Is he in recovery?
Yeah, I told the charge nurse to call you as soon as he got back to his room.
Great.
Now, you're going to have to excuse me.
I hope you're going to go home and go to sleep.
Well, I planned on having something to eat, putting my feet up, lighting a cigar, and congratulating myself for a while.
Good, you should.
Hi. Bad time?
No, Frank, I was on my way.
Goodbye. Thanks again.
How's Seneca?
Well, Roger says he's fine. Everything with the vertebrae is fine.
That's great. Can we talk?
Yeah. I have a minute right now, if that's all right.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't know about you, but I have been too damned careful, and I want to see if I still remember how to relax and just tell you what I feel. Oh, you okay?
Bucky,
What happened?
he
I know. I saw. The front window's smashed in, the living room's a mess. God, I mean, I thought when I came in here I'd find the both of you in God knows what shape with him.
I thought he was the one coming in.
Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. I should have called out, but I thought...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you're here and he's gone.
Look, there's no sign of anybody out there.
It's okay now, Tom. You can be as loud as you want to.
Let me see a second. He's worse.
Did you bring more antibiotic?
Yeah, but I mean, that's just first aid. I mean, that's just patchwork. What he needs is an operating room.
Oh, Bucky, I don't think we can get him out of here alive.
We could if we had medics and cops and...
Bucky, after the last 15 minutes, I believe everything Tom's told me about Liam. People can't sneak into hospitals. Liam would. He won't stop until he's finished Tom off.
What is this, a family feud or what?
Oh, it's a long, ugly story. Liam Donahue's been trying to track Tom down for the last 4 years. Tom hasn't even made contact with his family in Limerick for fear of being traced. Do you remember the strike? When the newspaper man took a picture of Tom and Tom grabbed the camera and exposed the film?
That's what that was about?
Yes. Tom has been walking around expecting to be shot or knifed or run down ever since he's been in this country.
Oh, God.
Just now, with Liam out here and us in here, I had a taste of the terror that Tom's lived with. He won't be safe at the hospital, I know that. Liam will keep after him till he knows he's dead.
Oh, this is fresh.
Yeah, I know.
With me.
Terry.
You got it.
No. Don't do it.
Who's Terry?
Terry's Liam's sister. She's dead. It's okay. It's okay.
He's not far from it. Damn. Oh, hell. Faith, he's bad.
Well, Bucky, we've got to come up with a plan. Liam's coming back. I know that, and we can't move Tom. I know that, too.
Faith, what we've got to do right now is do some emergency work fast. Because if we don't, he might not make it through the next 5 minutes.
Giving the cookbooks to everyone.
It seems to me that one or the other of us always makes a wrong turn whenever we're together. And we've had, what, 5, 6 conversations since you told me about Edmund.
Yeah, something like that.
And we are getting nowhere. Now, I'm not saying it's just you.
No.
No. Maybe it isn't even 50-50. I could be a lot more scared than you. I don't know. But I do know that we seem to be just reaching out for each other and just barely missing. You follow me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that anymore. I think Seneca dropped a real chance in our laps when he told you the truth about Edmund. It was a shock, yeah. It hit me like a ton of bricks. But here we are with this baby. And at least a history of loving each other. So the question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to miss the boat again?
What do you want, Frank? What are you asking me?
Will you trust me? A little? And I'll trust you. So it's at least safe for us to be honest.
If you're asking me if I can open up all of a sudden and not worry about getting hurt, I can't.
No, not all of a sudden. I can't do that either.
Well, maybe we could start by not getting into a fight as quickly as we did this morning.
That's a limited, realistic goal. I like that.
Okay.
About this morning, at Edmund's birthday party, I did have legitimate reasons for missing it, but I should never have forgotten it. Maybe it was just a little too heavy for me to face up to that.
I can understand that.
Question?
All right.
Seneca in this freak accident. I know you still can't be angry with him. Not when he's hurt and very close to dying. But he's had successful surgery now. And I was wondering if you feel like you're...
Like maybe we'll get back together again?
Yeah, well, maybe it's too soon for you to think about that.
No, it's all that I've been thinking about all afternoon, waiting outside the operating room. I love Seneca. He's a very good friend, and he's done very good things for Edmund, in spite of all the lies. But recognizing all the positive things doesn't enable me to forget the negative things. I know that we still have a problem of control. Makes me afraid of marriage. Makes me feel that we could never even live together again. But Frank, you and I can't go back to the way we were either.
Jill, we were a lot of ways.
I mean part-time, second fiddle.
Well, I take it you're not talking about the fact that I had a wife, since she's no longer an obstacle.
She was never the obstacle. It's the politics that was the thing that separated us. Your clean public image, your career.
All right. This Boy Scout image, it was important to me, yes. The clean, the thrifty, cheerful, pure in thought, word and deed, but yeah, I liked it. But Jill, you did too. The summer before last, when I tried to run for Congress, don't you remember? I begged you to marry me. But you sent me back to Delia. You wanted that image clean.
I wanted you to win.
Yeah, but don't you see what I'm getting at?
Okay, I agree that I participated in this pattern. Always allowing myself to run second in your life. It's something that I liked. See, I've had a lot of long evenings to think about the past 7 years. Where they went, why. And it's true, I was part of that. But Frank, that's a part of me that I can change. A part of it was you.
And the only way I've changed is for the worse?
I think your career still comes first. In fact, I'll go as far as saying that your career is more important than ever.
All right. So far, I am loving this conversation. Now, are we going to wreck it if we try and discuss Ray Woodard?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, we'll set her aside for another time.
Okay.
Look, Jill, I have become aware of two things. First, I have to make this effort with you. And the second thing is that the Senate campaign is bound to get in the way. And when it does, I'm afraid you're going to write me off again. The power-mad egotist who cares about nothing else but his own ambitions. So you tell me, Jill, how do I do it right?
I don't know.
Think.
Frank, look, it's not just the campaign. It's a whole year of stuff.
The strike?
The strike, the pregnancy, being alone. My telling you that the baby was Seneca's. I mean, there I was, out to here, all alone and terrified. And you turned off. I mean, you turned away from me, from the baby. Look, I understand. That's a natural response. But it's painful.
I just wish Seneca had told us the truth when he found out Edmund was mine. We'd be close to celebrating our first anniversary if he had. You know that?
To tell you the truth, I don't want to start hoping again.
I know.
And it's not because I don't think that we could be close.
It's because we will be.
Yeah. And then it'll all fall through again. And it won't be me just losing. It'll be Edmund, and I don't want that to happen to him.
No. Well, is it all right then if we stick to this notion of limited goals and, well, like, can I talk to you again?
Frank, limited goals, it's just a bunch of words. Miss Coleridge's office. Yes. Okay, right, I'll be right there. It's Seneca. He's awake.
Jill, can we agree to talk again?
Okay.
Tell Seneca I'm glad he's better.
I will. What do we do now?
First, we call Bob Reed. Then the funeral home. Then whatever friends of Tom's we know. Tell him he's dead.
What? 1964.
There's some trouble there, is there?
Yeah. Guy's dead.
Is that right? What happened?
Somebody shot him.
Who?
Don't know.
When did it happen?
Earlier, he was trying to crawl someplace and hide. We couldn't help him in time.
Sounds as though he was a friend of yours.
He was.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
That is really terrible.
Spend breakfast in bed with SoapNet. Sleep in, curl up, and check out with back-to-back episodes of One Tree Hill and Beverly Hills 90210. Breakfast in bed, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday on SoapNet.